The shadow that learned your walk.
The first time it happened, I almost dismissed it. A trick of the light, maybe. I'd walked into the kitchen and stopped, but my shadow kept going for a split second. Its dark form sliding a few inches further along the linoleum before snapping back into place behind me. It was just a flicker, a momentary disconnect. But it was enough to send a shiver through me. I stood perfectly still, heart thudding against my ribs, and watched. It stayed put, a perfect silent mimicry of my own stillness. I told myself I was just tired. But then it started doing more than just lagging. I was watching a horror movie, my knuckles white as I gripped the armrest, but I caught a glimpse of my shadow on the wall beside me. It was smiling. A wide-stretched grin that my own face wasn't making. I touched my lips, my expression flat with terror, but its joyful silhouette remained. It started happening more often. When I cried, my shadow would look triumphant. When I was deep in thought, it would seem to be chuckling silently, its shoulders shaking with glee I didn't feel. It was wearing my shape, but filled with its own alien emotions. Sleep offered no escape. I'd lie awake in bed, paralyzed by fear, and watch it detach from me. It would peel itself off the mattress where it lay, a two-dimensional thing gaining impossible substance. It would drift around my bedroom, inspecting my belongings. It would trace the spines of my books, run a featureless hand over my dresser, and sometimes it would just stand in the corner, a tall, dark figure of a woman, watching me lie there, utterly helpless. I was its prisoner, and my own room had become its cage. I tried to prove I wasn't going insane. I set up cameras, hoping to catch it in the act. But every time my shadow began to move on its own, walking toward the lens with a confident, rolling gait that wasn't mine, the footage would dissolve into a storm of static. The screen would flicker and die, and the recording would be corrupted, showing nothing but gray snow and a high-pitched whine. It knew it was being watched, and it wouldn't be caught. In a last, desperate act, I killed all the lights. I went into the windowless basement, sealing the door, and plunged myself into absolute, suffocating blackness. I stood there, breathing in the musty air, feeling a sliver of victory. But then a shape began to resolve itself out of the void. A form darker than the darkness itself, standing a few feet in front of me. It wasn't on the wall. It was in the room with me. It took a step forward, its form solidifying, no longer flat. It lifted a hand, and a voice, dry and raspy like whispering sand, echoed in the pitch-black space. "Your turn to be the shadow."